And we're back. Hello, I'm Delia Codes, and this is my stream. Let's see here. I'm wondering if there's a way we can cut some of this stuff out. So we had some dropped frame rates, so I'm kind of wondering whether or not there's a way to exit a few of my different programs to hopefully prevent that from happening. Okay. I've quit most of what we're doing. Let's see how our CPU is. We're still at... Okay, that's a little bit better. So I think we need to quit Chrome real quick. Let's quit some few things in Chrome. And then we'll reopen. Thank you for walking with me for this setup. Okay. So now let's take a look. I think it's time to open up Task Manager. Okay. That's better. Okay. So, welcome to my next session of streaming. So we are going to work on, so let me show you my screen. We are going to work on this. This part, have store state, which represents the UI state. And then API.js, and then display a list of meals. We also need to space out the form with some padding, but I've left that for the end. So I'm going to go to the score. Which is incredibly and profoundly useful. State management in explains in detail how to transition quiz without state management to state management. I think, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? That's what it looks like. Architecting client side. There's also going to be an example on GitHub that we are going to be following that my mentor created. Gym tracker. Example state management structure. Okay, great. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so we should probably develop into features. So I think that the next thing that we should probably do is we should probably... Don't think we need to do anything with git ignore yet. I think what we need to do is switch a feature. Visual Studio Code is really, really nice. And we're going to say... Actually, no. I think we're going to be fine. And the reason, I guess the reason why I'm thinking that is, like, this is client-side stuff. This isn't necessarily server-side stuff. And so if it's broken, like, I need people to show, I need to show this to people. And right now Travis is set up to build off of master, and while I could set up Travis to build on the other ones. Yeah. So, and then eventually we're going to have to unskip our test, right? You know, that sort of thing. And forgive me with all the snorting and everything. I'm kind of got a sinus thing going on. Okay, so let's call up our code, and let's kind of take a look at what we're doing. API is going to be... Okay. So in public, API... Okay, let's put that. Constant mockdb equals... Oh. Right. Okay. So what he has is he has constant mockdb equals a thing. So let's do this. Let's modify our code this way. Constant instead of calling it mockdb, let's call it fakedb equals an object. And then from there, I don't know if this actually needs to be there at all. Okay. And then I'm not sure what's going on with the ESLint. Let's go with fake db to make that a bit better. Okay. Fake db. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is going to go on the client side. And you know why? Because, okay, so let's look at his code. Create post equals post, new promise, resolve reject, and then mockdb push, and then post, and then resolve post. Right? And so that is posting something somewhere. And so that's why, like, we don't necessarily need to export fakedb yet. And so we're gonna change that. And so this is a post, right? And we also will need probably a get. That sort of thing. So, but in our, whoa, what? In our thing, okay, JS_C, server.js, nope. Let's open client. Okay. In our client, we're gonna have this. I'm gonna create it as const data equals this right now, just so that ESLint does not go nuts. But okay, so fake db, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say const adding post, adding meal. And then we're going to say equals. I'm not sure why the post is there. And we're going to make this into there. And then, because that's why post is there, equals new promise. Nope. And then we're going to do a resolve and reject. Maybe this is actually how it should be written. Okay, and then curly brace. Oh, it's angry. Okay. Alright, it's mostly just angry because we haven't used anything yet. Okay, so let's go with fake DB dot push post. Okay. So what this function is doing is it's taking in post and then pushing it into fake DB. Now, I don't think that we can push it into an object. So what I'm kind of wondering is push, which is why he has it as an array. Okay. So we need to add an item to the object. And it's probably dot notation something. New object, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Maybe it's fake db.push. I don't know. I probably saw it in there. Fake db.post. We're just going to say that. Though it looks like it does not like that. Maybe I should do it using square bracket notation. Okay, user dot okay, fakedb.post equals post. Ha. Okay. I guess that'll do. Okay, so let's go back to his code and figure out. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna create and then we'll resolve post. And then const get all meals is equal to a function that we're going to export, I think, maybe. Okay, so promise.resolve. Now, I can't tell you what this is doing exactly. And I don't know whether or not we need to export fakedb. I kind of think we don't. I think we need to export adding meal. Okay, so let's do this. Let's look up what promise.resolve does. Returns a promise object that is resolved with the given value. If the value is then able to, I wonder if there's some sort of feedback form down here. Promise.resolve value, promise.resolve promise. Okay. Var promise 1. Okay. Dot then. Let's run it. Okay, cool. We don't have any conditionals in here that use reject. But we will, I'm sure, do that later, because this is what we're doing right now is we're mocking out database interactions. So let's do const. Okay, so this is our get all meals. So this is the get. Module.exports, and then module.exports equals multiple. Let's find out if we can do multiple functions in exports. Okay. Oh, okay. You do it as a object. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter, really. It looks like method. Okay, add meal. And then from here, we do... I'm actually liking this object thing. Okay, and then from here we do get a meal. Get meals. And then get all meals. Let's call that. And then now we don't have delete meals yet. And or anything else. We're just having added. And really, honestly, it's like add and then bah. Okay. Okay, so what does ESLint not like about that? Okay. Alright, and ESLint doesn't like a reject. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. Understanding module exports, I don't think I need that. I think our Stack Overflow did us what we needed to do. And so it looks like oh, okay. So it returns a promise object. So okay, so get all meals, what it does is it promise.resolve. Once this is resolved, it returns fake DB. Okay, because it has fake DB in memory. Okay. That makes more sense. Okay. So, let's do this. Actually, we should probably commit this. Okay. So what should our commit message be? Actually, what we should do too is before we commit, let's remove these comments. No, I don't want to view the freaking thing. Okay. Because this belongs in client. Bah. Ha ha ha. Accept data from the form, blah. Whatever. We don't care. And then we should probably comment this out too. Okay, so let's comment this. Stub. I don't know if it's a stub. Fake database. Created a fake database to simulate later use. Okay. And this is a stub post function to add items to fake database. This is stub get function to get data stored in fake database. Exporting of the stubbed get, and post functions. And I want that. And then, all right. Now let's commit our changes. Okay. Created post and created post and okay. So what should we say? Created fake post. Okay, created stub, post and get functions. And exported them. It doesn't mention the fake TB because the fake TB was technically already there. So let's push, push, push. I don't know. Seems silly. Okay, we've done that. Let's check our chat. Which, there we go. Check our Twitters. Okay. Interesting. Nothing I am going to need to deal with. Great. Alright, so next thing to do. Let's go to your client side. And from here, what we're going to do is we are going to he wrote index.js, which is perfectly fine. Global get all posts. Okay, that's ESLint stuff. I'm not going to worry about that. He calls it a store. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, well, I think I should probably take a break for a minute and get myself some tea. But I'm looking forward to tackling this with you. Alright. So I'm going to be back in 5 minutes. I hope you're well, and I hope that you are enjoying watching. Okay, I'm back. Tea is made. So, as it's steeping, I am making it work. Let's find out anything interesting on the Twitters. No. Well, interesting, yes. Coding related, not really. Let's minimize that. And let's keep going, shall we? Okay, so I don't yet know. Okay, so I mean the basic idea is to do this. This is the thing that displays. Create some data. Okay, so let's take our in here. The one thing I don't see in this is, so there's get all posts. So there's get all posts in here, in this code, but I don't see require, and I don't see all of that. Okay, so let's say const require, and then I think I closed the thing that would do it. So let me find out my recently closed tabs. Yeah, it's a Stack Overflow. Okay, so it looks like, okay, require equals mod module JS. Okay, const meals API. Whoa. API equals require, and then let's do single brackets, and then same directory. No, actually, I don't. Yeah, I think I need to do that. I think I need to do the same directory and then do API. .js. I don't think I need to do the .js, but we're going to do it that way. Okay, and then we're going to say meals API dot get meals. Okay. Okay, so we're going to say const get my meals equals that, and then yeah, that should be what it is, and then const add my meal equals meals API dot add meal. And I'm really not sure if I'm naming this correctly in terms of what I should be doing. I'm kind of wondering whether or not this is what it ought to be named, but you know, it'll have to be what it is. I can always rename it, but let's post this about the names. Okay, so we're gonna start doing this, and we're gonna say thanks to at coding blocks. I always think think of how hard naming really is when I go to name something. Encoding Blocks, if you haven't looked at it, is a wonderful podcast. Well, I would say that it definitely has its really, really good points. I mean, it could always be better. You know, I could definitely think of it better, but I think they try to be pretty welcoming. I always think of how hard naming it when I go to name anything programming related. Okay, let's tweet it. You know, I almost did Control Enter. I'm so used to committing. Alright. Hashtag podcasts. Hashtag learning to code. Learn to code. And yeah, I'm just gonna say there. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go back and actually, oh, I have a thing. Okay, let me see if I can do it. Aha! Ha ha ha. I figured out I got told the shortcut for how to make that work. Okay, so let's go back to our example.js. Okay, so data is assigned value never used. Assigned value never used. Blues. This isn't even an action currently. Current meals, create meals, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, so let's work on, I'm going to say store, because I think that's a pretty, like, normal, like, thing. So let's do const store. And what I mean normal thing is I feel like it's like it's like one of those conventions. So we're gonna do that. Post template equals takes in a post and then on click post title h1. Okay. Post click e store.clicked post e target inner text. Okay, let's look at index.html because I kind of don't understand the because I kind of don't understand this. Okay, we've got the HTML is really, really tiny. It's like 2 things. Let's see, nope. Okay, so let's look at all right. I am so not sure what this is. Map store to HTML if store.posts equals empty. Okay. Oh, okay. So, let's do this. Okay, so that render. Okay, so we've got three functions: on post click, post template, and then render. Suppose sometimes you need to read from the bottom up, and then we've got create post, title magic, blah. Title more magic. Okay. Document.body.inner HTML. So let's kind of talk about what we want to do. We want to we added a state variable to store meals. Add some data to the store variable. Render that data to the store to the HTML. So this should probably be, and then create, and then we should have a create template. Create template for the insertion. And then accept data from a form and add it to the display data. And then re-render the form. Okay, so his on post click e.target on post click. I don't quite understand the clicked post. But it calls render before render is defined. ESLint would hate this. Okay, so let's turn this into let's take this template literal and cut it and put it into our template. And then we're going to say const template equals and then we're going to make it a P. Name equals store.post store.item.name, and then we're going to say store.item.create. And then that. Yep. Okay. And then we actually need to end it. So this is going to be a P, and then here, this is another P. Here. And I'm not sure if we're going to need to do what he did with his on post click. I'm not, or his post template. But at least, since we've got a global variable, at least we're tying it to the global variable may actually do what we need to do. Though, I guess it would make sense to like have a template have a template take something in, and then from there put that inside render, and then you can put like the variable as the thing. It's actually not a bad idea, and probably a good use of currying. Okay. All right. So let's say template. Let's say template, and then we're gonna say equals item, and then we're gonna say fat arrow, and then we're just gonna say item.name. That way we're not invoking the thing. And that way actually we're saving on state a little bit too. And when we do it, we'll pass in store.post, and so we can do it every time with a thing. Okay, so that's done. And I'm not sure if we need this quite yet. I'm not sure what we're gonna what we're gonna do with this. It may be one of these like create post title magic, title not magic, that sort of thing. X describe test is not defined. Reject unexpected token. Yes. Okay. Missing semicolon. Well, we're still working on client.js, so we'll get there. Okay, so render data document dot get element by ID dot text content equals template, and then we'll say store dot post. Equals store dot meals. Why is it not liking this? Strings must use single quotes. Okay. Fine then. Single quotes. Okay, let's define this into a function. Const render equals. Actually, it shouldn't even take store.meals. It should take yeah, probably should. Okay, const render. And the reason why I say yeah, probably should is because it sounds like he does that. And I'm not sure. Like, maybe there's a better way to do it. Maybe there's like a take this in to pass this in to pass this in, you know, but I'm not sure if we really need to do that because it's going to get overly complicated. And we actually don't want overly complicated. Okay, so let's just create it as a basic function. What do you not like about this? Oh. Text content. Okay. And then render is never used and document is not defined. Whatever. Okay. So let's figure out using JavaScript to get data from form. Actually, let's get it to render data first. Because I think one, so we've got two steps here. So we've got, the first step is rendering the data that's there. And then the second step is accepting data and then rendering that data. Okay, let's commit this. We also will need to create tests for these sorts of things. But in this case, we're doing client side, so we don't need a ton of tests, I don't think. Because the test is going to be, is this coming out the way it ought to? But still, I think writing some tests for the API might not be a bad idea. And like kind of getting there. Again, I'm still getting used to the whole TDD kind of aspect, so. Okay, so roughed out. I would say imported get and post functions. Roughed out render and template. And let's push. Okay. Check to see if our Heroku thing is looking good. It's running. Let's check our tweets. Nothing interesting. Check our chat. Nobody's chatting, which, not surprising. Oh my god, people are really tweeting right now. Okay, so. Okay. So let's get this to, let's add this, let's work on this data stuff. Okay. So let's talk about where the get meals and add my meal. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my brain around what we're supposed to be doing. And how the store versus... Let's go with the reading. Because that's the thing that I'm a little bit stuck on, is whether or not... Because I guess I'm not as... Oh, this is a video. Oh my lord. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Sounds like I need to watch that. I'm not exactly stuck, but I'm also kind of like, where... Okay, so let's write down our questions, shall we? Okay, question 1. How does store relate to mock to my fake database? In his example, it doesn't, but I'm kind of thinking it should. Because my thing is that the store is what it renders. And so you add data to the store, and then the store... Yeah, I think we need to look up what store is. And kind of go from there. Because while I can definitely write a... Okay, that doesn't help. Thank you, Google. Okay, store JavaScript. Okay, let's do store JavaScript variables client side web storage. W3 schools, can you just like... Okay, let's find out. Okay. Okay. JavaScript array... Okay. Okay, I think I need to go watch the video. So, it looks like LiveEDU won't play while I'm streaming to LiveEDU, which is kind of amusing. But that's kind of, I guess, where it's at. Okay, I'm going to go watch that video and figure out what else I was looking at. Because how does store relate to FakeDB? I guess... Okay, so I think store needs to add stuff to FakeDB. Because if it's add my meal, and then it needs to pass in, bah, and then it needs to render. So it needs to do like on click, submit, on click submit, and then we'll do an arrow, and then we'll say store.meals. Actually, no. What we'll do is we'll say add my meal. .val something, and then add my meal, and then we'll do on click. Yeah, that would make sense. And then okay, so add my meal on val value. We'll just say value, and then add my meal value. Great. And that would be, I think that's how that works. And then re-render would be like oh, okay. So store relates to FakeDB by get my meals. Okay. So let's add by meal data. Yeah. Okay, great. And then from there, okay, so that's going to make sense. And then what we'll do is we'll say const as part of render, what we do is if store is empty. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. If store I need to put this. Okay. Does not equal an empty object. Do store, actually no, it's, oh, okay. Store dot meals is equal to get my meals, I think. Yeah. And then else okay, that feels better. I mean, it needs to take in, yeah. Okay. It really doesn't like that. Okay, let's find out what I did wrong. Oh. Okay. Render is assigned a value, document is blah blah blah. Yes, we know. We'll have to correct that later. Okay. So that's not too bad. I think we answered our question. Hopefully. Okay. At least hopefully. Let's check the chat. I don't think there's anything going on, most likely. Maybe there's a chat? Maybe? No. Maybe I closed the chat. I guess I did. Okay. Great. Okay, let's save this and let's... We're writing, you know, we're not... I don't think we're ready to test yet because we don't have the rendering going on. I mean, though theoretically we could test the API.js, write some tests for that. I think I should probably take a break. Pomodoro-ish. But we'll be back soon. Let's commit this. So what we did, let's see. And then we should call render after this. Actually, render here. Okay. Roughed out render and adding data to mockdb. Well, it's fake DB, really, but it's my light. DB Lite. Could have named it DB Cooper. I'm actually kind of tempted to name it DB Cooper. Cooper DB. Let's do that. Okay. Okay. Hey, at least it's memorable. Changed name to Cooper DB. Okay, great. Let's push. I don't think you're gonna get anything in. I don't think we're gonna have any weird abandon build issues. That still looks good. That is still passing. It's probably gonna be doing its thing. Okay, let's have a break. Okay, I'm back. Welcome. So, we were working on our API. We were working on our client-side JavaScript. So, let's look up how to insert content into HTML JavaScript. W3 schools. Okay. W3 schools can like go away. Okay. I'd rather not use jQuery, but maybe I'm making it harder on myself than it should be. Okay, so let's see. Using jQuery. Yeah, I don't want to use jQuery. Okay. Well, I think that's useful. Okay, that's not at all what I'm looking for. Okay, Google, you're supposed to be better than this. You're supposed to know that W3 schools is not that good. Okay, so let's go to insert a div block and other HTML elements. Because I think we're looking at text content is probably what we're looking at. Okay, so these two weren't anything I needed. Oh my god, this page is horrendous. Document.createElement. Okay. Var block to insert, var container block, document.createElement, block to insert. Okay. Ooh! What is .text content? I wonder. Oh, this is a Node API. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So I really think, okay, so I don't, this should be inner HTML, I think. Done inner HTML, okay. Why is it upset about this? Missing semicolon. Okay. Else document.getElementID current meals dot inner HTML template store meals. Okay. If store meals does not equal, actually it should say equals empty. Probably wants 3 of them. Okay, and then store meals else. Okay. The one thing I'm kind of wondering is it's going to, there's no mapping here. There's just item.name, item.ingredients. So right now I can't handle multiple. I feel like it should be able to map. Okay, so from there, he does if equals undefined. And he does store.meals. And store.post.map, and then, okay. I don't understand this clicked post thing. No, I didn't mean that. Okay, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this is a React question and not super completely useful. Okay, let's not worry about this. Store data, bah. HTML DOM. And then this is Node.js stuff. Okay. Add my meal data, and then we call render. Because that's the one thing right now, is that if store is this, it's going to refresh. If store is empty. And so his code is a lot more robust. But I'm kind of tempted to do this if store.posts is undefined. On click, inner text. I wonder what inner text is. Oh, he uses inner text. Okay, so let's do this. If store.meals is equal to undefined, because I actually think that should be what it is. And then, okay, so what he's doing is he's turning it red, which is why he has the template the way it is. If ptitle equals store.clicktitle, yeah. Okay, let's go with add event listener. I feel like I'm just like overwhelmed by this piece of code for some reason. And it's really weird. Event target add web API, HTML DOM, add event listener, no W3 schools. Type listener. Okay. Okay, why don't we... I think we're getting overwhelmed here. And I think you're probably boring. I'm boring to watch right now. I'm thinking... oh yeah, let me do my keyword. Okay, there we go. So let's check our chat. And let's check our Twitter. Which probably has not that many things going on. I think what we need to do is we need to write out what the hell we're doing. Okay. Document.get element by ID current meals. And the other thing I guess we could do is we could just say screw it and use jQuery. But I'd really rather not. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do template dot inner text using template and then store meals. Okay, and that should hopefully render. Why don't we check it? Because, I mean, actually, to be honest, I think that we're, like, ready for that. Okay. I'm scared, but let's render it. Nope. Okay. It is definitely not working. I think I'm stuck. Not like stuck, but small stuck. Because I don't want to copy his code, because I don't think his code does what I want it to do. But I'm not sure if I know enough to, like, what else I need to add to mine to make it work. Maybe it makes sense. I mean, honestly, practically it makes sense to, like, figure out how to do it in jQuery. And then slowly, like, undo the jQuery, maybe. Because I guess the idea is that your front-end frameworks will do this for you, generally. So, like, React and all of these other sorts of things. I think using vanilla JavaScript is part of me wanting to know how to do this, just period. And feeling like it ought to be easy in vanilla JavaScript. And obviously, by reading this code and how much I'm struggling with it, it is not easy. Which means I need to know more. Yeah. And sometimes I think it's important to use the tools that you know how to use, and not necessarily the tools that are there. Also notice if you click submit, it refreshes the page right now, which is a problem. Okay. So next up, the plan is to go with jQuery. And let's write that down. I think I might use jQuery. So let's write this as a comment. I think I might use jQuery. I might use jQuery. The state store for the DOM manipulation. Vanilla JS is becoming is a struggle to wrap my brain around. Okay, and so I think we've done this. I think my API.js looks good. Though I do need to test my API.js function. Okay. So I'm wondering if we could do some tests. I'm wondering if that's feasible. Dangerous topic, I know, right? It's like, tests. Okay. Expect API equals public API. Okay. Okay, so get all meals. So API.getAllMeals. Okay, so const get meals. Actually getting data. equals API dot get all meals. Is it get meals? No, it's get all meals. No, it's get meals. Okay, great. All right, there we go. Expect getting data to equal an object. Okay, what don't you like about this expect? Expect is data is fetched as expected. Okay, let's run npm test. Find out. One failed. Oh, it received a promise object rather than an object. Okay, so how do I denote a promise object? Promise object. Okay. Okay, could be useful. Let's see promise object. Okay. I guess I was where I should be. Jump to example. Okay, I wonder if this would do it. Go to API test. Copy and pasting from Stack Overflow again. Let's run it. Though I could do watch all, I guess, but fail. Okay, so that no. Nope. Okay, that did not work at all. New promise, executor, function, resolve, reject. Promise.prototype, promise.catch, promise.finally. Advanced example. Okay. 2 equal, let's go with 2 equal an object. And then let's run it again. Oh, wait. Maybe I should just put promise. I don't know. ESLint doesn't like it. That does not bode well. Okay. No. Failed to run. Uh-huh. Okay. So let's skip this test again. Uh-huh. And let's go with... I think I need to search like testing promises. And then we're going to say that. And then let's confirm that it skips. Unhandled promise rejection warn. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. All right. So let's do this. So let's... Actually, we don't really need to like... All right, let's revert our API test changes because we didn't do anything. Great. And then we'll just add our client changes. What else? What did we do? Okay. Refined, refined, rendering of data. Almost working. And then we're going to say push. Oh, bah. And then I think we are going to stop streaming for now. I think about 2 hours is my limit. Otherwise, I'm going to be like, okay. But, right. Nothing I care about. Let's make sure this will receive its thing in a minute. We definitely still need to do something here. The bane of my existence. And hopefully I can watch that video in the meantime. Yeah, there you go. And it's running, and hopefully the build is okay. All right, well, let me switch over to video and say thank you for joining me on my work session. You should probably expect another work session later on tonight. I kind of expect to be working a little bit more constantly, but I will definitely be working tomorrow afternoon as well. Goodbye for now, and I hope you're having a great day.